hide and go seek. It's a coach. You're set for Madden football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, running back Carlos Hyde, fresh off a strong performance a week ago, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Tennessee Titans. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They will be led out by their second-year quarterback, the third QB taken in 2018, Sam Darnold.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
Darnold now to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's a guy on his 4th franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big. On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Now the offensive unit now for the Jaguars. And they're coming off a good win on the road last week, but they do know that they have a home game next week. So all the focus has to be, can they get a second win on the road and make going home that much sweeter? That's the intention in this ball game.
Now Darnold. He finds his running back, Hyde. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marched off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Hyde. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Well, look now at our starting defense. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
On 2nd down, Hyde. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A dime look defensively here for the Titans on third. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Complete here. It's Hyde. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And the 13-year man puts it through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here come the Titans under second-year head coach Mike Vrabel. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, the 135th pick of the draft back in 2016 from Mississippi State.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Holding offense.
That one on Brian Bulaga. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. A toss play, Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Call it a pickup of 7 on the ground. That trims it to a 3rd and 15 situation.
Mike, check. 59. Watch the call.
Play action now. Prescott. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep, Antonio Brown. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. On 1st down, Darnold. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Hyde. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. And the offensive starters for Tennessee.
One thing for us to keep in mind and remember, they're coming off of their open week last week. They got to sit home and relax a little bit before the final stretch of the season. They got the lucky draw because every team in the league wants to have that open week later in the year rather than early. They benefited.
They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
First down, Prescott. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down, looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Prescott looks to throw on first. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they come into top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, that's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Howard has the first down and then some. And all the way down to the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Throwing again on second down. Darnold. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Pretty heavy traffic over the middle on that one, and somehow he emerged with the football. Way to possess it, despite all the extra contact and people around him.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch. Hoping
he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On second down, it's Gordon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Had a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. Last week they got the victory against the Colts, so they lead this one as well as they begin things here 1st and 10. Darnold on first down. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Jacksonville. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. High. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Darnold. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now this offense led by D.D. Westbrook trotting back onto the field. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They were 3-point winners a week ago. They lead by 3 here as well as they start 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They run high, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. To throw is Darnold. And it's complete. Hooper. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
Let's get this.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle. On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. This will go for 5 up to the 33. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
A first down throw for Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. And that'll bring up second down. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Here's Gordon.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. On first down, it's Grant, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Prescott now from the 50. Open man is Howard, the tight end. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Prescott now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Prescott now, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The Titans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. This from 42 yards out. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Now let's discuss Antonio Brown as he heads back out there now. Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think, though, he's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Well, so far, just the single catch. Here's Hyde on the draw. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A 10th carry for Hyde. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Three bucks.
On first down, it's Darnold. He's got Hooper on the short connection. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. To the air again, Darnold. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Again, Darnold. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too... And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in a sack. Young quarterback, got to learn. Need to get rid of the football.
Because when you don't get rid of the ball, they accumulate more sacks. But you're exactly right. Internal clock has to go off. Either get rid of it or start to take off and go.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 31, Prescott. That's caught by Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now Gordon on first down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
I got one.
Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Prescott off play action. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Danielle Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Check it back.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott towards the end zone for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
Got a man, it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Zerline good with a PAT. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Just like that. Just like that.
First down, a run with Hyde. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 12, Darnold nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Darnold from the gun. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Here's Austin. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in. And
Carlos Hyde, see you later. He's at the 40. Touchdown, Jaguars. Carlos Hyde, 85 yards. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Darnold now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know it's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here?
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
I can't believe they even let you.
On third down, it's Prescott. Open man is Gordon, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 22.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Prescott on first down. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On play action, Prescott. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target, but it'll be second down. On second down, Prescott again. The open man is Westbrook. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, Prescott. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Prescott to throw it. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Slam, slam, slam.
To the air again, Prescott. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Kill, kill, kill.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Melvin Gordon. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. Second effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
So here now is Prescott as his guys will go for the 2-point conversion. They're going to give it to Gordon. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They start the drive with Howe. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Throwing on second down. Darnold. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The Titans on third down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. Here it's 3rd and 2. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 46. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw, Darnold. Out to the flat for Hyde. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And a throw there going to be incomplete. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Titans getting set to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And he completes it to Westbrook. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Prescott yet again. Got a man. It's Brown. Touchdown, Titans. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Zerline now for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Oh, the lonely punter inside their own 20 figured for sure they were punting this away. They did not, and the move does not pay off.
You think someone put up the stop signal when he started to trot over the sideline? Nope, no, son. We're going to go for it here. Usually when you see a team do these types of things, it's because they're so dominant that they don't believe that they can get beat. This is much more of what you see in a high school game, maybe some of those mismatched college games. But in the NFL, any given Sunday is a phrase they take seriously. And guess what? That was probably going to backfire.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Melvin Gordon with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this, saying, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. They have the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. He's going deep for Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And
as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Now, that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He's brought down by Ryan Shazier.
On 3rd down, Gordon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 5 now. Darnold, he gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. Over the middle here to Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Mark 38. Coming. Mike 38. Mike 38.
On first down, Darnold. They go screen pass to Hyde. Well, first down screen pass, good for 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
It's a gain of 5.
Darnold to throw again. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. 2nd down and goal. Darnold. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Ben Braunecker, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that will shave one more off this lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Titans are going to recover the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gordon. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Prescott. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that answer.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will get the lead up to 14. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Sam Darnold in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. Under a minute 20 to go. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order.
Take left. Alone. 3 down.
A first down throw, Darnold. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Darnold. And finding the tight end Hooper. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll run on first down. Hyde. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season. Darnold trying to hustle everybody along with the clock moving. Another tote for the afternoon workhorse. It's Hyde. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Kyler Fackrell in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Titans, it's just their 2nd win here in 11 tries this season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.